Let's see. Let's get this shit up. Hunter x Hunter is back. It's back. Alright, cool. I am live. See if anyone's coming on. I have not read the chapter yet. So, see if anyone's coming. Very excited. Basically, this is going to be a read through of the chapter. My initial thoughts, just had to skim through the last few chapters, the last run. So it ended on kurapika going to meet Melody, going to meet kurapika. That's probably going to be this start of this chapter. Talking about the princes, because alignment in terms of negotiations at the end of that chapter, the last chapter with Melody and the fourth prince executive and third prince saying. Also, we had some troupe at the end of that chapter, Finks and Phaeton, so we could see them in this chapter, hopefully. At the end of the last chapter, we also got Kacho having no clue what's going on with Fugetsu. Melody trying to find that out as well, but obviously has no idea. Thinks another prince is behind it, but I think that's going to be a dead end there. So very interested to see where this goes. My one main thing for this whole run is I'd love to see Hisoka and Kurapika interact. If we get 10 chapters, we don't know if it's going to be 10 chapters. We know that it's going to be a chapter next week, but let's just see how it goes. And this is also intended people can watch after the fact. So I've got. I hope this works. I hope it's I put something over it, so it's not I'm not using the thing, but yeah. I might actually move that slightly. Let's just see. Oh, that's all right, actually. Okay, chapter 401. Is there a title for it? This one, the Crucible of Death spreads through the ship. So death. This chapter, death. Has to be. Upon a peaceful sea, the brutal succession war rages on. Yo, should we join? Anung, if you want to join the chat, we'll get Discord up as well. I'll mute myself on. Oh no, I can't. We'll work it out. Fuck it. Upon a peaceful sea, 10th day, Tuesday, 11:45 a.m. 5th Prince Tubepa's personal guard. You're up next. So room 10014, the room. Always been in the fucking series in this arc. Please come with me. There we have Furikov and another guard. Curious to see how a covert Nen user handles this. Will she feign a reaction to Kurapika's attack or just come straight out with the truth? It would be great if she just accepts her fate and takes out Prince Wobble. Yeah, just kill him, Furikov. I mean, if you want to get it, just get it done. Get it fucking done. It's a bit of tension with the onomatopoeia. I don't need the divination test. You already can use Nen. That said, the snakes were not my doing. Previously, I can't remember who died in that. They'll act as both the proof and reasoning for why I'm here. Okay, and so using Nen, Kurapika and Bill, good old Bill, shocked. This is my conditional manipulatability, a moonlight decree. Kanji reads translucent words. I can bestow or limit the power of whoever signs the contract. It's binding, but the target has to sign of their own free will. So please listen carefully before deciding. You want me to sign a contract. What are the details? To ally with Fifth Prince Tabupa. However, she's unaware that I'm a Nen user. Oh. This contract is only insurance, a means to facilitate my true goal. You've come well prepared, Kurapika says. A means to facilitate my true goal. Kurapika gets the gun out. I don't have time for half-truths, so if I determine you're lying, I'll shoot. Isn't that a threat or a waste of time? After a .22 caliber would be useless against a Nen user. Disclosing the whole truth is one of my ability conditions and would be sufficient for creating a simple contract between you and the prince. But my true goals require that you be given even more power, which is why you must listen to my full explanation before signing. Okay, sign a contract, sign your life away. I've done that as a lawyer, you know. I sign people's lives away all the time. And what is this goal? She looks hesitant to talk. What's wrong? Nothing. I just don't know where to start. I guess I should explain the original plan. Everything else will make sense after that. I am Beyond Netero's biological daughter. Okay, I wasn't expecting this. Bill looks shocked. Oito looks shocked. Kurapika looks stunned. Go on. Gun's still up. For the record, I'm not the only one. Many others like me exist. Okay, Beyond, he's the conqueror of the world. He's the new Genghis Khan. He's just impregnating those girls. He's not pulling out. You know, just putting his seed in there. He's got 100 kids. He's not like Netero. Over 30 years ago, Beyond fraudulently married young, high-ranking Kakin soldiers. Yeah, Beyond is everywhere, man. That's why they arrested him. Like, he was just... he's fucking everyone. They had to arrest him. Naturally, the offspring were raised by Beyond's wives and enlisted in the Royal Military School. Oh, Beyond's wives. If Leorio is one of Beyond's kids, I hope that one, like, not major, probably never will happen major, but a supporting character is, like, related to him now. Because, like, she's just a fodder. She's a minor character, whoever her name is, the bodyguard for Prince Tubepa. I suspect this happened each time a new prince was born. His plan was for us to eventually become the prince's royal guards, having awakened our Nen at birth. So he's literally doing a China here, literally, Beyond. We'd easily pass the military test as long as nothing out of the ordinary happened. I only understood my true origin when I noticed I hadn't inherited certain traits from my adoptive father. Oh, adoptive? What? So Beyond's getting non-biological kids in this fucking army. I came to the conclusion that getting close to the future king must be Beyond's goal when I realized that all of his children ended up in similar positions. Okay? And this was the original plan. Yes, it's as I heard, it was from a conversation between Beyond and my adoptive father. We knew nothing of our true origins or our siblings. So Beyond's a nice guy. He's treating them all as his family. I'm forgetting this is similar to another character in anime who's like this. Even when I found out, I didn't grasp the importance of my heritage. I just thought of myself as a soldier with a unique past that was until the Succession War began. Beyond a better dad than Jing, as he awakened his baby's Nen before dipping for milk. Unlike the deadbeat who left gone close. Well, at least Beyond, like, he's training these people, it seems. Like, Jing just fucked off. I gotta try not to swear for fucking YouTube. I moved into dormitories before I could develop much of a relationship with my parents. Maybe because of that, I never doubted these fanatical speeches about Beyond were just part of the government's brainwashing to reach a world unified under Kakin. I want to know how much Netero knew about Beyond, like creating all these people into his family for like an army. I want to know like Netero more backstory. Hopefully next few chapters also. Only we aren't part of of the standard MO. We are discarded pieces. Of course you are. You're not his biological son, daughter. As I said, we had our new Nen awakened from birth. Yep. Well, at least he tried there. It appears that if Nen is awoken in infancy, the infant will develop Ten and Zetsu rapidly in order to protect itself from harsh fatigue. Damn. Thanks to that, I topped all the physical assessments at the academy with ease. However, this was only a side effect of my father's new attack. Yes. My father placed a curse on us. Very Nen beast, kind of shadows and shit. Text blogs. It was my half sister Mahaka who caught on first. Despite graduating the second term of the academy, known for its harshness, she was passed over thanks to second Prince Camilla, who instead handpicked discriminated individuals to join the royal army. Mahaka noticed her parents started acting strangely after she ruled out, so she started searching for answers. It was during her investigating that she found out about me, as I was also posted to Prince Camilla's squad. So this girl's been everywhere. To Beppa, Prince Camilla. For parents that once harped on zealously about Bjorn's dream to unify the heavens, they're acting totally calm. Even now, I've dropped out from the Royal Guards. I dropped out, shit. It was only after the seed urn ritual began that we understood why. We had a highly renowned Nen user inspect it, and it seemed we siblings were marked with seals. Interesting. Each one of us has been cursed. Very shivery with the onomatopoeias, with a terrifying dark Nen that activates after death. Please use gore and take a look. Okay. Oh shit! Look at the spirals, like Uzumaki, like an eye. Oh, it is an eye. Shit. The user claims that I'm an appetizing sacrifice. Oh, she's dead. Look at it. Like, she doesn't have eyes. She's dead. To put it simply, I was bred to assassinate a target. Okay? With myself and Mahaka included, there must be over 10 appetizing sacrifices. She's going to attack kurapika. It's only natural to think that there must be even more unappetizing sacrifices as well. My guess is that Beyond prepared many pawns to counter any number of princes. Okay? We were told that burning the surface... Okay, she's not dead. Okay. Is this weird with the eyes? We were told that burning the surface or trying to remove the cursed parts would have no effect, and that it was the strongest curse they had ever seen. Beyond has converted us into mere envoys of his curse. We are living sacrifices. Okay? I can't ascertain the ability and whom I'll target, but I'm certain we've been possessed in order to curse that person to death. So she's been possessed, but she has conscious, and can someone take over her will and control at any second? Kurapika, if we take too long, the guys outside will start getting angsty. Still, we have to hear the whole story, otherwise we can't sign the contract with Prince Beppa. With Mahaka, that name is familiar, man. In Hunter x Hunter. Oh, I'm thinking Maha from the Zoldycks. With Maha, didn't initiate any moves when she was realized as a private guard, suggesting our targets aren't necessarily the princes we've been assigned to. In fact, being close to the princes, and by extension, becoming a soldier in the first place, may have been superfluous. We've had our very lives and dreams manipulated by the hands of our cunning father. A bit of resentment there. So even though you don't know the target of the curse, you're sure it's a prince. So prince is targeting here. Quite so. It's my hypothesis that I firmly believe it. Oh, okay. But firmly believe it. The numbers can't be a coincidence. There are over 10 appetizing sacrifices and 14 princes. I can't be sure who will kill who, but it's clear that Beyond has a strong conviction to end this succession war. Him not informing us must mean either he's already holding the trigger or is waiting to meet the conditions that will accumulate the required aura. I think it's the latter. Beyond currently has wormed his way into the core of Kakin, in which case it would be simple to gift the throne to the first prince immediately. To kill through a curse requires the death of a powerful sacrifice to ensure Prince Benjamin remains in the war. He would inform him this via an encrypted code. The first prince is backed by the royal army and he has the trump card of being able to give special orders. No, I don't think it's the first Prince Benjamin. Okay, it's not Prince Benjamin. Serejnik. We're talking about a cunning, cold-hearted, thorough man who has had ample time to prepare. It doesn't make sense to go to such lengths in order to support an easy target. Then who? No, you can't be serious. Exactly. I believe that one of the princes is Beyond's child. Serejnik. But wait, is that even possible? Queen Oito, what are the conditions for the prince to join the succession war? Only Nazabi's legitimate children can participate. I suppose that could include children. Not actually fathered by kings, but surely not. Is fucking Wobble. Kurapika, are you okay? How old is Beyond? 70 fucking years old. Kurapika, are you okay? You've been in there for so long. Everyone's getting worried. I'm perfectly fine. We're negotiating the terms of the treaty with Prince Tebepa to sign Prince Wobble away. For transparency's sake, we will explain all the details soon. Please wait a little longer. Furikov is wondering what's going on. Bubby Munkov as well. There doesn't appear to be any changes to his aura, but he must have realized she's a Nen user by now. Yeah, surely. And not only that, but a mass murderer. Just what kind of conversation can they be having? Okay, still got the gun up. Please continue. Prince Tebepa's contract will be a peace treaty with the 8th Queen Oito and 14th Prince Wobble. It prohibits any attacks between the respective queens, princes, or their guards, renewing weekly if the fifth prince's representatives registers in room 1014 every Sunday at 9 a.m. Good, perfect. You do that, then you go to church. In your party infringes the rules, then my ability will activate, enacting the penalty. A week-long forced state of Zetsu. Oh, damn, that's a pretty fucking severe manipulative ability. A prolonged state of Zetsu could be very dangerous. The wording is too ambiguous. Would cooperative users of Nen, such as healing, also be considered attacks? If that was the case, then my ability itself would be considered one. As long as you don't do anything that directly causes harm or obstructs our objectives, it won't activate. Plus, the fifth prince won't nullify the contract one-sidedly, and I can't activate the ability myself either. Also, add if Prince Tubepa retires from the succession or the remaining competitor are reduced to 2 before Beyond's child has been found as additional amendments to the contract. On the off chance that none of the princes are applicable, then the criteria will be met and a boon applied. Surgeon the Goat can break the contract as Zetsu is good for him. Yeah, he fucking knew Zetsu right away from memory when he with what was her name? The hot one. I forget who's supervising training Sarajnik. Of course, Theta. Promises to start a new contract between. Of course, these amendments will be annulled if Tubepa refuses to sign. But if you continue the inquiry and meet the criteria, I promise to start a new private contract review bestowing the boon onto you. And that boon is the gift of using my ability a single time. Yeah, Zetsu activates his ability, that's right. That's just a fucking nulling effect. I could see that playing out, definitely. Tubepa dying soon. Why set all this up if that doesn't happen? Not a bad deal, depends on the target and requires very specific conditions, but I'd be able to impose Zetsu without all the risks my Nen ability involves. The chain hasn't budged, but she believes everything she's saying. But please, before signing, let me tell you what I really want. My real goal, my true desire is to fuck you. If it's confirmed one of the princes is Bjorn's child, I want to eliminate them with my own hands. What the fuck? What did the child do to you? If only my father had shared his intentions with me, even if my role was exactly the same as it was right now, I would have never reached this resolve. Yeah, big resolve. And here comes Furikov and Bobby Nonkov and all the other security guards, bodyguards looking. Okay, and they come out and they see the Nen around there. Still no changes in their auras and no sign of Nen battle. So they really were negotiating. But then why? Is she crying? What happened in there? I got a theory that King Nuzube himself is beyond Neuro-Sun, making every prince related to Beyond. Therefore, who wins doesn't matter to him. Beyond is old enough. How old is King Nuzube? He is... to have his age on here. Age unknown, it seems. Very likely. I mean, if Beyond's 80 years old. No evidence of Longy's attack. Maybe it's a long-range ability that requires meeting multiple conditions in order to activate an unbeatable power. If so, could it have affected both kurapika and Bill? But that wouldn't match the assassin's MO. So what happened? Did she persuade them to sign a contract just by crying? Yeah, girls can do that, you know. Guys get easily influenced. There are too many possibilities. These guys are impossible to read. Sorry for the wait. We've been discussing a potential treaty with Tubepa. Kurapika says, we're both open to the idea but haven't settled on the terms. I'm just buying it. This is... I might just change the little bit of the... Hoping I get a copyright strike. we've both open to the idea but haven't settled on the terms. We also disagree on how much of the treaty's contents should be shared with everyone. I'm not buying it. This is just an act to maintain good relations with the third and fifth princes. Okay, you believe that? You're up next, Tenfori. We would like to discuss the current issue in further detail. Seems the third prince will be allowed in on the details. Okay, he's very diplomatic. The third prince. Prince Wobble's safe as long as the Nen awakening ceremony happens behind closed doors. No point accusing them of a conspiracy or trying to shut down the lectures. It just strengthens their ties. Reminder, Bill works for Beyond. It's never brought up by kurapika, but he does work for Beyond, so now he'll tell Beyond everything about what HSI daughter is trying to do. True. Who else works for Beyond from memory? Out of the different bodyguards, I can't remember exactly. I'm thinking it's about time to swap posts. You want to go to bed? That's fine. How about you? Thurikov looks at Babinankov. Something wrong? No, it's nothing. Oh, here we go. End chapter? No, I'll keep going. Oh, Saru, yeah. Got any other books? Nope, read it again or write one yourself. Damn, Bjorn is looking he's looking sick. Good idea, got a pen and paper. I can't give you anything with safety purposes. I mean, I think this batch, like, I'd love to see Hisoka in it, but I think this batch, 10 chapters, is going to be focused on Beyond. His plan's going to elevate more into what happens. He's going to trick everyone. That's what he does. He's a Netero. I can't give you anything for safety purposes. You've got a beard and blood right. Safety purposes, if I wanted to, I could bash your skull with this book right here. Damn. Roger Dodger, I'm quaking in my boots. Have you got any other requests? Feel free to say anything. Speaking won't cost you. You've an interesting fellow. There's somebody I want to speak to. Who could that be? Could you bring them to me? You could bring them here for me. 10th day on the ship. Tuesday 2 p.m. What are Beyond's true motives? Every new wave rocks that boat and big waves are coming. Chapter 401 end. In the books, the princes and Senritsu make their moves in the next issue. Okay, so I think next week it's Serejnik that Beyond's going to see. Who knows though? This is a cool chapter. I mean, cool female security guard introduced. I like that. And the team Jing is in, as well as the guard per prince being a Beyond kid. Yeah, because Jing was... He bought his way in for number one, that was 50 chapters ago. At this rate, even my cousin works for Beyond. Beyond's got spies everywhere. He's when you're in the toilet, he's got spies, but Senritsu. Oh lol. They didn't translate. Yeah, so next chapter, if that's what we're getting, because Melody's still finding out, trying to figure out what is happening with Fugetsu. Looking like a fucking mummy, etc. Obviously don't know that, not the real body anymore. But we'll probably see some of that more play out. Maybe next chapter. It'd be good to just have that resolved. Just Melody finds out what happens, get it done with. Maybe Kachu dies. Why not? Kill someone off. And then probably more talking with kurapika and Melody about aligning with the third prince. But Beyond, I don't know. He's up to something. Could be interesting. I mean, what's going to happen with here? Like, he's going to see someone and then Beyond breaks out. But there is a chapter next week, so that's great. Have we been introduced to her name yet? I just can't remember from. Oh shit! Oh shit! Damn it! To find Beyond's kid, look for princes that look different from their direct siblings. Okay. Did she say her name, this chick? I'm gonna go all the way up. No, I don't think her name has been introduced yet. But that's cool. So it looks like this run's gonna be on Beyond. Probably, well, it'd be awesome if we see more Troupe or Hisoka, but maybe that's not the case. Serejnik and Benjamin have the same hair color. Yeah, they're related. Kimmler and Alkenberg share a mother, and both are blonde, so it can't be them, for example. Maybe. Let's get the princes up. Princes. Where are we? So dead. Wait, that's spoilers out for 402 already. Oh shit! Yeah, I forgot. Yeah. I mean, maybe like what the fuck happens with Zhang though? Like maybe he's the ultra one, like the one who's like aligning, and then he's the fucking the child. It would be wild if all of them are just related to Beyond. Got one kid as a prince, so any queen with more than one kid, if the kid looks similar, then they aren't Beyonds, as one would need to be Nazumi's. Hulkenberg's too righteous. I mean, it doesn't, like, having the 6th or 7th prince, like, haven't been introduced a lot. And these lower princes, like, what's the point of putting them as Beyond? I reckon it's going to be... I reckon Camilla or Zhang. But they look fucking nothing alike, but... Maybe Zhang, somehow. They're just... It's fucking anime. It's manga, like... Let's go to the Reddit, and for anyone who's still on, I might end it soon. What's the time? 33 minutes in. Hunter Hunter. Where is it? Chapter discussion. Can't believe we survived another hiatus. Yeah, that's true. Oh, her name's Longy. And now she's the fucking granddaughter of Isaac Nethro. Lol. um. I think Beyond hadn't been in a chapter again for a while as well. So, what chapter is Togashi on at the moment of doing manuscripts for? What's this? Haven't been keeping update every day. He's on page 11. Let's get translation anywhere. Number 421. Fuck, he's getting through it. Fortunately worried Bjorn is going to eventually follow through on his threat to Kanzai. I wouldn't mind seeing a Zodiac die, and I think Kanzai is kind of useless. Why not Bjorn kill him? Just bang. It's on his base. Yeah, he's cool. I think this is the best first chapter post-hiatus compared to other ones. I mean, there's been a couple of good ones. Like the run in 2016 had Hisoka Kurolo, the end of the first chapter. Watch Beyond and kurapika and say, the Kota clan, I remember betting your mum. Yeah, that'd be funny. Banger chapter, agree, awesome chapter. Cool, a lot of dialogue, but not as just text blogs all the time. This newbie. I can't believe we started with another plot line. I was innocent. I thought we were about to start wrapping up? Hunter x Hunter doesn't wrap up. We just introduce new plot points like Dragon Ball introduces new fucking alternate timelines. Plotline seems to be setting up deaths of some of the princes. Yes, agree. In the next few chapters, now that we know about Nethro's chart, we would stun me if we see a death or two immediately from some of the princes that likely don't have much development left. Maybe Hulkenberg. Yeah, Benjamin. I feel like this might be sort of foreshadowed at the end of the chapter, or Camilla, although Camilla might have some longevity and strength. Yeah, I reckon they're definitely not dying soon, any of those. Chapter, bombshell chapter. Kan definitely got some character. He's going to die next chapter. Kanzai death next chapter. I always thought the fourth and first prince did not look alike. Then, when you compare the fourth prince with Isaac Nestro in his prime, yeah, there is a bit of resemblance. What help he can get. Super interesting chapter. Beyond his 30 plus old plan. How old is he? He went probably 80 plus. Netero was 120, and Beyond went to his first Dark Constant voyage trip half a century ago. We can assume he was probably 25 then. He went to the DC 550, so probably 80. Seems a bit odd. It says Beyond married soldiers and had his wives raise the children, even considering the context that marriage can mean to officiate. It seems a bit off. I thought he had kids and gave them to married couples to adopt. Whether the adoptive mother is their bio mother, I'm not really sure. If anyone knows for sure, please let me know. Edit. Similarly, a bit about Camilla and the have-nots. I'm fairly certain that happened. What happened is that Mahaka passed the test for Camilla's guards, but then was thrown out in favor of the have-nots. And the way that page is worded, I'm not sure that was conveyed properly. Edit 2. I'm also fairly certain Oito repeats the words from chapter 349, the children of legal wives of King Nazabi. Okay. Legal wives. Well, I'm sure most people inherently understood what was being said. The wording is a bit. Yeah, I would admit was a bit wordy. Like it kind of seemed like at the start, like Longy was biological child of Beyond, and then it was explained that adoptive, Beyond just adopting everyone, building a fucking family for the fucking military. His plan. I think it's to officiate. The summary done by the Togashi trope translator says he set up fake marriages, since Longy mentioned noticing missing characteristics from her father, but not from her mother. Okay, I bet the mothers did carry the children, not to mention it's hard to fake a pregnancy. It also appears the parents knew what was going on and supported Beyond and their children being like this. Curious to see if what happened, my explanation. Okay. Yeah, I mean, a great time for Hunter x Hunter to be back, considering that Jujutsu Kaisen's done now. I mean, Chainsaw Man's non-weekly Shonen Jump, well, not in the mag, but on the online. So you got One Piece. I think Hunter x Hunter was better than One Piece this week. Kaburabachi has been moved to the mag. What else is there? A lot of new shonen. Sakamoto Days, Undead Unlocked. It seems like a real pattern like series and not going to be 500 plus, but 200 to 300 chapters at max, as My Hero's done as well. So it's a great time, like perfect time for Hunter x Hunter to come back. I think they probably timed it because Jujutsu Kaisen's gone now, just to get another massive name on the list. That's some curveball there. 10 guards that actually Beyond's children with a Nen after death curse. Beyond is the father of one of the princes. Haha, what the fuck? And we have we ever seen Mahaga? Her name doesn't ring a bell. No. Also, this is pretty much confirms that there are princes whose fathers isn't Nazabi. So Owner is likely Zhang Li's father after all. Who the fuck is Owner again? Oh, yeah, this guy. The half brother. Shows that princes whose fathers. There are princes whose father is Nazi, so Owner is likely Zhang Li's. Yeah, I mean, they're just brothers probably. And following, I don't know about that, to be honest. I don't know about that. I think this it makes more sense than be half brothers. And following that, by their striking resemblance, Brocco Lee is most likely. Yeah, that could be right. Lazarus being the seventh prince. They do look kind of similar. If Surgeonic case, it could be any from Nazabi to the previous Haley boss to be on, but it would make sense if the second option, although I'll leave the door open there, and if Benjamin Wobble aren't either, that only leaves Camilla, Surgeonic, Tibeba, Tyson, Hulkenberg. Okay, considering the long-term planning and how Queen System and scheduling works, it would also make sense if it's one of the adults ones from the top queens, so either Duma or Dozel. That leaves us with Camilla, Tibeba, Hulkenberg, probably Camilla. Mysterious silent majority continues. Is the assassin so? Yeah, that's the assassin is silent. I forgot about that. Is the assassin so good that Furikov missed it? The attacks come from outside. Then hope not, but we'll see. Yeah, completely forgot about that. Man, that was ages ago now. Assassin abroad black whale for killing Prince Wobbles. The user employs a marionette that can only be seen by them and someone that is possessed. They can only target one of the 10 within range. If marionette is unexpectedly deactivated without killing anyone, the curses rebound to the user. 4 snakes with several mouths across their bodies are conjured. That's what happened, and makes numerous holes in the target, draining them out of their bodies. One snake takes 44 seconds. Okay, Bill explained that since the snakes are conjured and can only be seen by anyone, the risk the user is greater, making the ability more powerful. Couple noting that deactivating the ability causes the snakes to disappear. Also, the theorized that manipulation as well. Okay. Alright, has this been updated? It's implausible because she could use Nen. His kids have Nen because he cursed them, if I read the chapter correctly. I don't think this chapter confirms that there are princes whose father isn't Nazabi. It could just be that Beyond's related to Nazabi in some weird way. Well, yeah, and Beyond could be older, like, you know. I don't see Beyond as a guy who wants to be king. Like, I think he just wants to achieve what he wants, but not like. Some easily forgettable things that keep in mind in the future. Bill's remaining place to save Obito and Wobble requires Parison and Beyond's help respectively, even though I can't see how they could convince one of them to help. Also, Kurapika wanted to bring Obito and Wobble to the lower decks if possible. Parison could be releasing the 5,000 camera ants. Yeah, we could do that whenever the fuck he wants to. Or when the black whale reaches either the fake new continent or the dark continent. The voyage to the fake new continent is supposed to take 2 months. At the end of the 3rd week, they will enter uncharted waters where big sea, flying creatures, etc. Upon reaching the new fake continent, Mora will be waiting with the Zodiacs with his ship. They have a base nearby a small island they will visit before sailing to. Yep. Yeah, it's interesting. Yeah, we've all missed Togashi. Benjamin is also familiar with Nen, unlike his siblings, Bar Camilla also raised soldiers but not dissimilarly cursed, transfer their ability to him. One can argue most modern Nen could be involved here too. And he has soldiers assigned to princes set on killing them. To be honest, not just riding along to the DC for his own motive. He seems to be an active conspirator in the succession war for his very own. I think they're just aligned. So now the current plot line gets even thicker. And if Beyond had children on random continents who will never get to contact with each other, and he can have them insta-kill button for whoever he wants. Damn. If you remember about the Camilla army also cursing each prince, it is pretty much imperative that you need to be close to your target for the curse to be lethal, preferably killing themselves in front of their targets. My theory is that they are not meant to kill the princes, but the zodiacs. Okay. Being Prince Bodyguard is a red herring, making it look like it's so they can be near the princes, but might simply be make sure they're on the ship, so where the zodiacs are. Like she said, it didn't seem like the adoptive parents freaked out what beyond daughter got dropped out of being a bodyguard. This means that the proximity of the princes doesn't matter, only being in the ship. What a chapter. Beyond's kids. Yeah, I'm just reading the Reddit. Anyone who joins, just reviewing the chapter. If you have any of your thoughts on the chapter, please put in the comment section. Peak Apple Pito says, happy it's back. Beyond have a daughter. Interesting new Nen curses with us. This chapter showed us to that Beyond preparing for his situation for 30 years. Yeah, next interesting details. His children has Ned from birth. That's a big point from this chapter. One of the biggest points. Just briefly got touched on, but they're going to be fucking strong as fuck. It also shows that Beyond is a pretty bad person with his whole cursing. That is very similar to Jing. In case of making plans and speculating about future, he makes as many possible be amount. Princes not a problem now. We have one more scary fact. One of the princes beyond children, but who Benjamin is not truly possible. As she says, this contract is a pretty powerful thing, but also have tons of sense behind it. Where are people reading? One of the best chapters in the arc for sure. It was a pretty cool chapter, different. Yet another plot line looks really good. With regard, Tsugashi is a master characterizing her. When it's freely succession will be good to Beppa interact. She went off to his son and will do anything free. So she's unpredictable. Okay, a bit of detail here. Good one to read. Let's go through each alive prince. Benjamin likely not long, he states. Considering there are only 11 princes remaining, 10 appetizing sacrifices, because it feels convenient. There's only prince. Only Suncell, and that means that Beyond didn't bother placing sacrifices for the lower ranked prince. Okay, Mariam, Wobble, etc. Unless one of them is their child. Let's go through each alive prince. Benjamin, likely not as long he states, so it's not Benjamin. Early conversation, I want to think he is his son. Camilla, considering Maha belonged to the second term right after Camilla was born, I think she is also not his daughter. Okay, Zhengli confirmed Onio's son. Oh yeah, could be Mafia's son, but we don't have any leads to the previous leader of Haley, so there are doubts to his origin as well. There are doubts on her as well. Longy is not sure who her target is, which I earlier thought was Tubeppa. Tyson, too unimportant in the throne. Yeah. Looks pretty similar to Brocco Lee, so I don't think actually. Hulkenberg, same reason. Benjamin forgets it now. For her, the number add up 10 sacrifices for the first 10 princes, and then Beyond inserted his seed inside the family tree in Fugetsu. The lower ranked princes are too weak to be a threat, so no sacrifices for them. The only issue is that Shinkacho were born as twins, so that kind of kills the theory. Plus, this chapter most likely confirms that the evil spirit attached to Fugetsu are due to one of Beyond's Nen sacrifices. Okay, that's definitely possible. Likely somebody that died recently was a sacrifice, so Fugetsu is safe. Mariam, possible, black hair and Saventi's favorite, but the queen should be aware of the fact, and Saventi's doesn't look smart, cunning enough to conspire this much. Well, we'll doubt with all the amounts we have Obito, unless Beyond transformed into Nazubi and raped her or some shit. The only indicator is the wobble panel when Longy declares that her true goal is to kill Beyond's prince. Okay, I'm also with the theory that Obito is Beyond's daughter. Maybe, but that's kind of too far-fetched unless Nazubi is on it. They just fucking raped her. Also have another theory. Nazubi is Beyond's child. There were 14 coffins, right? Okay, well, was there actually 14 coffins? Prince Kakin. So 6 years ago. Existence, winning secession war. They're not really talking about Nazubi or Beyond here. Alright. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9, 10, 11, 12, 13, 14. There was 14. Okay, that's interesting. I mean, that could be a big one. Like, other people are talking about it. Besides on the Reddit. So if Beyond's child is Nazubi, and then Nazubi formed the rank, could be definitely possible. Beyond definitely wants to kill someone. Someone thinks it's Lazarus. It's unlikely Mogul bastards would end up in the succession war. Kakin takes his stuff seriously, and Beyond probably needed to be super cunning to not let his child go found out as a fraud. Mizuho really doesn't try to stand out. We barely see anything. He could be because he's 7. I think it's likely Fugetsu or Lazarus thinking about it just now. Pretty good chat. I'm placing my bet on Surgenik. Natural affinity for Nen is definitely correlated with genetics. Yeah. Nah, I don't reckon. He's probably from the mafia. Sorry, being a bastard and not a true-born prince is great for his characterization. I mean, we don't know if it's a bastard child. Because if... It could be, but if Beyond is, in fact... whose child was Nazubi. If Beyond's kid was Nazubi, then that takes that out of the question. His royalty and status fed his god complex. If it all lie and only reason his position was Song of Ice and Fire. Situation reminds me of Joffrey Betterham. I don't even know what that is. I don't watch Game of Thrones. Surgeonic Netro could set up a great conflict with Beyond. If Beyond thinks Seri will be his puppet to control Kakin, he could meet the guy. I don't think of any other princes that would be able to challenge Beyond in this situation. Maybe, since Kurapika will now want to figure out who is the bastard, that is possible. It kind of makes sense having it that way. But we don't have any leads to previous leader of Haley, so there are doubts to the origins. Congratulations. Pat yourself on the back for making it through another hiatus. Damn right. Angel thoughts do not necessarily directly relate to the main plot, as I haven't read the chapter. If Nen is awoken in infancy, the infant will develop Ten and Zetsu rapidly in order to protect itself from the harsh fatigue. Now, I'm obviously not saying that Gon has awakened from birth. Otherwise, why the need for an initiation from Wing? I mean, it all just makes sense if Nen becomes strong after death more now. It's kind of telling of his talent and potential that he managed to pick up on Zetsu naturally as a kid. You remember in the forest when he has Zetsu naturally, imply that kind of thing that normally only see in Nen awakened children. People who subscribe to the Gon is a Nen pregnancy stone baby now has a little more work to do. That's definitely true. Not enough to convince me personally yet. The design of the curse itself, an example of divine script, the same script that has used to amplify the teleporting punch of Boxer back to Greed Island. Let's have a look at the curse again. Very dark, mad, so wicked. Cooked. We were told that burning the surface or trying to remove the cursed parts would have no effect. It did an exorcist and was strongest curse they ever had. I wonder how it stacks up. It's very to Gon's contract. I doubt it's stronger than Gon's curse, but I guess it could be a possibility if it's a curse made through some kind of realistic combo ability. The obvious similarity to the have-nots that Camilla is using has to be... What is this have-nots again? People who must not be carried are the lowest caste of people in the Kalkan Emperor. Have-nots are forbidden from holding public office or being enlisted in the military. The slaves, common. Prince Camilla has given a select number of have-nots the possibility of joining a private guard. Okay, she had Kalkan sacrifice known as afterlife companions. These companions will be buried with princes who, that's plucked, had been unable to become king, and the hopes they would be supervise them, and that's fucked, and prevent them from turning into eventual ghosts. To be chosen to be considered honor, the companions were exclusively selected from the have-nots. The practice eventually ended. Pekakin's caste system remained, and the have-nots continued to hold the lowest position. That is cooked. Where was I? Camilla is using to be mentioned, of course. If there's any inspiration and in case in which direction it goes, it's stated that Maha Longi's half-sister was posted to Prince Camilla's squad. Could the have-nots ability have been created as an imitation of the curse Beyond had put on his children? For that matter, Camilla has created her own Nen ability as a counter to Beyond's curse. Maybe. The boon being a one-time use of Longy's ability has some pretty interesting implications. Breaking a contract signed through the ability means a week-long period of forced setsu. A lot of information in this chapter. Suppose kurapika successfully meets the criteria and gets the boon bestowed on him. Imagine the implications if he gets Sir to sign a contract and Sir breaks it. What is a week of Sir potentially constantly being in parallel future mode? He's going to be fucking OP. That's going to be insane if that happens. Longy wanted to eliminate Beyond's Prince Child, depending on who the child is. Interesting, Sarah and Luzra seem to be more popular options. I've seen Mariam considered as well. The two options that would create the most drama and conflict would probably be Tebeppa herself, depending on how long Longy actually is to Tebeppa, and even Wobble, which might seem very improbable, not if impossible at first glance, considering Oto would surely be aware if she had a child with Beyond lol, but it becomes somewhat more probable when you consider the existing memory. I wonder who Beyond wants to speak to. Parison, I doubt he's even on the ship. Probably not. Bill Kaiser, maybe. Bill Kaiser. It seems obvious now that Beyond has moles practically everywhere in Kulkin's government, and I've previously hypothesized that Kaiser is the one of the spies. Kaiser. Let's see if that does he look like again. The Justice Bureau guy. Seems obvious now Beyond has moles everywhere. Himself to come off as a normal human. To do with being one of the Beyond's moles. Chapter 4, in chapter 400, Kaiser asked Steiner to press a button if Benjamin's men of the Royal Army came to the Justice Bureau. And I previously theorized that this button is somehow related to plan to free Beyond. Okay, interesting. Okay. Cool. Really can't be bothered reading anymore. For any questions or any thoughts on the chapter, pretty cool chapter, I thought. In general. Very cool art. I mean, a lot of time put into this. Beyond the background. Okay. Oh, hilarious. But yeah, sick chapter. So if chapters are probably going to drop, I was a bit late today because I had a tournament. But I think it's likely the chapters are going to drop Friday afternoon American time. So I will probably react to the chapters Friday night American time, earlier for LA West Coast time than East Coast, obviously, and then because it would be Saturday afternoon in Australia, my time, when I'll react to the chapter, and then that's like morning for Europe and UK, and then Asia is similar to me, so Asia will be Saturday afternoon mostly, depending where you watch it, etc., where you are in the world. I've got a Discord server in the description. I'll put it in here. In the past, I've had people come on these calls on VC, and we just read the chapter together, and it just gives more flow. It's kind of cool, like reacting in a way. So there's people talk about anime and manga and other things in that server. So welcome to join. But yeah, very cool chapter. Yeah. Don't really have anything else to say. I think I'm going to go to bed soon. Thanks for watching. Coming in throughout the stream. Like the video. Comment any thoughts below. Is there a website where to find all the manga for free? Yeah, there's plenty of them. My Manga Dex is the best one to use. But the best thing to do is to, like, if you read manga on your phone, for example, like if you have an iPhone, I think Android is different, but like download paperback, and you can put like Manga Dex to paperback basically. So like I download manga from the websites on my phone. So that's probably the best bet. There's many sites. So I like using Manga Dex. I also wonder if we're going to get 10 chapters, because it hasn't been announced for 10 chapters. But yeah, that is what it is. I'll download it. The app's called Paperback. If you have an iPhone, use that, and then like you can just search on your phone for Hunter x Hunter. Then you can save it in the library in paperback, and then download all the chapters, and you can read it. So it means like the downloaded. So if you're offline, if you don't have 4G, 5G, etc., it will still work. It's like great for airplanes, etc. But you need to. I'll put the server link also. You need to join Netski's basement, because you need the indexes for adding like a repository like Manga Dex to paperback. So you go to that link and you click on Source Index version 6 and just scroll down till you find Manga Dex or whatever one you use. Like, yeah. But yeah. I was thinking of reading the chapters again, but I just haven't had time. I haven't made time. I just skimmed through the last couple of chapters before this stream. It looks like obviously the focus will be on Beyond the Princes, and maybe have a break from the troupe for a bit, even though that's kind of sucks, but that is what it is. Cool. I think I'm gonna time. Seeing if there's any other good comments. No reason why this arc is so good. Every chapter is dense. It's also something Longy is missing, withholding. If how close sacrifices have to their prince or having to be their bodyguards are non-factors, why would any of them on the ship as competent soldiers in the first place? If Long is correct, it doesn't seem to serve in any way to fulfill the Nen condition. Gunn is also a very meticulous and careful man, just making the triggers accessible by having sacrifices being on board the ship. Why not have all their sacrifices locked up in some room away from the Black Whale? Seri is a red herring in the terms of candidates of Beyond's child. Seri is immense Nen. So a lot of people think Seri. So both 8th Queen Oito and the 14th Prince Contra Islas Kurapika and his team are at a disadvantage because the second Queen is technically not part of it, while Oito is involved rather than just Wobble. That said, the offer of being able to use the contract once again is quite a big opportunity. Beyond a bunch of kids planning the Cup Empire using curse bombs in order to eventually put one of their own kids onto the throne of the Kakin Empire is a huge plot twist. That is a massive point there. Probably see 1 or 2 princes just get offed next week. That'd be awesome. Kids are rebelling, aiming to kill Beyond's planted prince. Yep. Which prince could it be? Surgery for stars, it means that conveniently Kurapika and Longy have the same target, but at the same time means that Surgery has a plot convenient excuse to get even more dangerous yet, because Zetsu just gets stronger after that. I think it would be funny or shit and giggles if Tyson, the 6th prince, turned out to be Beyond's plant. Her Nen beast allows her to brainwash people so she could actually do an Uno reverse card and protect herself from Longy without killing her. True, this is turn, make it Longy and right back. A candidate could be the 2nd Prince, Camilla. Oh, I don't know about that. Not only is she Tabeba's sister, as in both share the same mum, Duazel, which means that they have the same access to Duazel for negotiating. Allowing Longy to propose a contract, but she is also the reason why Longy... Yeah, I don't see this. The have-nots being employed by Camilla are Nen user curse bombs, which is when the concept was introduced in a series, I believe, who are trying to curse the other princes to death by sacrificing themselves, and also conveniently no anti-curse techniques in order to protect Camilla from being cursed herself. In fact, Sahal is already on her way to curse and kill Prince Wobble. This all could be misdirection, of course, but it also be Camilla herself already know that Beyond is her dad, one of the plans, and dabbling down the tactics. And top of Camilla's ability is resurrection ability that gets stronger each time she dies. So her team Nen Exorcist plus a revival Nen make it achieve her goal is to kill Camilla while she is forced into Zetsu, while also neutralizing her team process. Both Camilla and Sergio being Nena's children is that I don't see neither of them playing nice with Beyond. Camilla is super self-centered and Sergio, yeah, that's true. Sergio, so whatever planted must show a disposition to eventually be manipulated. This puts this disposition on the 6th Prince and below. Halkenberg, for example, is easily deceived and naive, so the point he thinks Sergio is a nice guy. Lazarus could be deceptively smart, but as far as nothing impressive, and the others are just kids. However, unlike Tyson, who has been the power of brainwashing his younger siblings, look to be quite powerless and unprotected. If they were Beyond's kids, they wouldn't offer much of a challenge except for Wobble because he has Kurapika on his side. Anyway, that was pretty cool. Probably, I think it'd be a stretch probably for Serge Niggas thinking about. I think 6 or 7 is probably going to be it. So we have curses with the have-nots, silent majority, and beyond. So there's a few curses going around with bombs. Muhan immediately crosses the line and confrontation with kurapika. The situation is quickly resolved, and the user says that it's not even beyond expectations. Yeah, there's many curses going around. Silent majority. Beyond's one with his prince going around killing the other princes and the have-not. So really interesting chapter. Make sure, thanks for watching and listening and reading along. If you did, post video, appreciate that. If you want to follow me on Twitter, my email list and Discord server, links are in the description. If you could like the video, comment your thoughts below, and subscribe with notifications turned on to get updated as soon as I release live reactions and read-throughs and reviews of the chapters. I think likely it will be Friday night American time, Saturday afternoon Oceania, Asia time, Saturday morning London, Europe time. So I think that will be the times, because based on if One Piece is first, and Hunter x Hunter will be dropping Friday afternoon American time. So awesome chapter, a lot of detail. I can't wait to read when the official translation comes out as well on Monday morning. So awesome. With that being said, I think I'm going to end the stream now. So thanks for watching. Have an awesome day.